Professor Obalanlege. Other Kabiezis are coming. I think only Meko of Imeko. You're welcome. Onibeshe of Ibeshe. Aboro of Ibeshe land. Kabiezi, you're welcome. The national anthem. The Polytechnic anthem. Thank you very much. Please be seated. At an official occasion of this nature, it is instructive that the protocol is well established. At this 45th Founders Day and 22nd Convocation ceremony of the Federal Polytechnic in Aro, the protocol shall be as follows. Your Excellency, the visitor to the Polytechnic, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dakwa Abiodun, CON, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Dr. Zuaiba Said Ahmad, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Mr. Festus Keyamo, SAN, CON, the Executive Secretary, National Board for Technical Education, Professor Idris Muhammad Bugaje, Your Excellencies, distinguished members of the Red and Green Chambers of the National Assembly, the Inspector General of Nigerian Police, IG Olukayode Egbetokun, PhD, the Chairman of the 12th Governing Council of the Polytechnic, Alhaj Bilal Garba Gashua, honorable members of the Governing Council, the Rector of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, Dr. Mikhail Aremu Akinde, FCA, FCTI, principal officers of the Polytechnic, His Royal Majesty, the Olu of Ilaro and Paramount Ruler of Yewa Land, Kábíyèsí Ọba Kẹ́hìndé Gbádéwọlé Olúgbénlé Agarawu Ọ̀rúnmìlà, the Asade Okunloye IV. Royal Highnesses here present, Honorable Commissioner for Education of Ogun State, Professor Abayomi Arigbabu, Fellows of the institution, Honorary awardees, Honorable members of the State House of Assembly present, Lords, spiritual and temporal, rectors and registrars of sister institutions present, deans of school, directors of service units, heads of departments, heads of units, the president and executive members of the FBI National Alumni Association, distinguished invited guests, invited distinguished guests, presidents and members of the Student Union of the Polytechnic, speaker and members of the Student Representative Council, graduates, parents and guardians, officers and men of the law enforcement agencies, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The registrar, ma.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests of honor, the special guests of honor, distinguished guests, members of the diplomatic corps, your Royal Highnesses, members of the Academic Board, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and the pleasure to invite the visitor, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, who is the visitor to this Polytechnic, and the distinguished guests of honor at this occasion, to constitute this assembly as the 22nd Convocation of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro for the award of prizes and diplomas and conferments of fellowships.
Your Excellencies, Your Royal Highnesses, members of the Academic Board, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I hereby constitute this assembly as the 22nd Convocation of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro for the purpose of award of prizes, diplomas, and conferment of fellowships. Thank you.
I now have the honor and pleasure to call upon the Rector of the Polytechnic, Dr. Mikhail Aremu Akinde, FCA, FCTI, to address the convocation. The rector, sir.
Your Excellency, the visitor to the Polytechnic, the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ogun State, His Excellency, Prince Dapo Abiodun, CON. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Dr. Suwaiba Said Ahmad. Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Aerospace Development, Mr. Festus Keyamu, SAN, CON. The Executive Secretary, National Board for Technical Education, Professor Idris Mohammed Bugaje. Your Excellencies, distinguished members of Red and Green Chambers of the National Assembly, the Inspector General of Nigerian Police, IGP Olukayode Egbetokun, PhD, the Chairman of the 12th Governing Council of the Polytechnic, Bilal Garba Gashua, honorable members of Governing Council, myself, Dr. Akide Mukahil, the principal officers of the Polytechnic, His Royal Highnesses, Aleyeluwa, Oba Dr. Kehinde Gbadewole, MFR, Ashade Agunloye for the Olu of Ilaro, and paramount ruler of Yewa land, the Olota of Ota, Oba Lanlege. I'm greeting you, Honorable Commissioner for Education, Ogun State, Professor Abayomi Arigbabu, fellows of the institution, honorary awardee, honorable members of Ogun State National Assembly here, my Lord, spiritual and temporal, rectors here that are present, registrars of sister institution, deans of school, directors of service units, head of department, head of unit, the president and executive member of FEA National Alumni Association, distinguished invited guests, president of Student Union of the Polytechnic, speaker and members of Student Representative Council, graduates, parents and guardians, officers and men of the law enforcement agencies, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Address of the rector, Dr. Mukahil Aremu Akinde, on the occasion of 22nd Convocation Ceremony and 45th Founders Day, anniversary of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, on Wednesday, February 19, 2025. Distinguished guests, esteemed parents, and members of Federal Polytechnic Ilaro community, it is my honor to welcome you all to the 22nd Convocation Ceremony of this great institution. I am remarkably delighted to welcome the visitor to the Polytechnic. His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for the unwavering and continued support to the Polytechnic and TVET institution in general. Also, I am grateful to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun MFR. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa, Professor Suwaib Said Ahmad, Honorable Minister of Education for State, representing the visitor to the Polytechnic. The visitor is ably represented by a very senior director, the Director of Polytechnic Education and Allied Matter, Dr. Eje Usman. The skilled but not degree aficionado, Executive Secretary of the MBT, I salute you. My chairman, the 12th Governing Council of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, sir, a former head of service of in Yobe State, the man who on his arrival for the first time in this Polytechnic showed uncommon magnanimity by donating 500,000 naira to our medical center to buy drugs for the students, and 500 naira each to the mosque and church and campus, and administrator par excellence, Alhaji Garba Bilal, I greet you, sir. The Federal Ministry of Education representative, Mrs. Amadu Iyabo, and other members of most distinguished council, principal officer of the Polytechnic, academic board members, Polytechnic Management Committee, chairman of committees, federal rectors, chairman, co-es, all rectors of the Polytechnic who are here, the staff union, the staff and students, union leadership, and graduates. I congratulate you on this auspicious occasion of 45th Founders Day anniversary and 22nd Convocation ceremony of the institution. Sir, using the paramount ruler, His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Esivalua Kehinde Gbadewole Olugbenle, Ashadi Agunloye IV, Olofin Adumila of Ado-Odo Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Idris Olushola Adibowale Osolo, and Professor Abdulkabir Obalanlege Ekuntu, Arole Gomode Olota Ofota, as a point of contact to every Alailuwas at this occasion, I say thunderous Kabiyesi, sir. With delight, I salute distinguished Senator, Committee Chairman, Appropriation, Senator Dr. Olamilekan Aremo Solomon Yayi, CEO Head, FCA, FCTI, FPPI, who is a fellow of our institution and foremost development partner in progress so far recorded in the Polytechnic. I am not ungrateful for the support received from Honorable Ishak Akelade, Chairman of House Representative Committee on Aviation and Aerospace Development, and Honorable Nasir Isaac Agboyaga, Chairman, House of Representative Committee on Student Loan, and other political leaders. With highest regard, the iconic Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Mr. Festus Adeni Kenyamu, San, CON, sir, you are welcome back to your maternal home, Agunleye Ruling House, Ilaro, the town which you started, sir. The entire people of Ilaro, Yewa and Awori, are enthusiastic about your humility in accepting our fellowship. We welcome you with your entourage. Sir, my classmate in ND and HND, Mr. Biodun Drosimi, FCA, FICA CCO, and the Chief Financial Officer, Senate Bank, you are welcome. Mr. Alaba Jacob Afolabi, a software expert, an alumnus of the Polytechnic, Mr. Tadi Ademola, Rashid Adigwan, and other classmates, I really welcome you to this auspicious occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Council, Principal Officers, Management, Staff, Students, Alayeluwas, and the entire Yewas and Aworis at home and in the diaspora, triumphantly, with highest level of humility, I welcome the IG, Police, Olukaode Adiola Egbetokun, who this morning called to inform that there is a security challenge. He was called back from Lagos to fly back to Abuja to address that security challenge. So, and that is taken. My Lord spiritual and temporal, the list is endless. I welcome other dignitaries, parents, and graduates. Thank you profoundly for gracing this occasion despite your busy schedule. Your presence is deeply appreciated. It is my singular honor to proudly appreciate my boss, benefactor, Architect Olusegun Olariwaju, PhD, the immediate past rector, who will soon be retiring gloriously on May 13, 2025. All past rectors, you are really welcome. Dr. Tayo Ogunbadejo, Professor Loteru Olagbegi, Dr. Saib Adebayo Makanju, late Dr. Rahim Adisa Oloyo, the past deputy rectors, the former registrar, all of you librarians, bursars, deans, HODs, and other senior managers of the Polytechnic, you are welcome to this important ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, the Polytechnic is blessed with best staff anyone can work with. We are also fortunate to have the best, well-dressed, morally, practically, and academically sound students. Evidently, that can be seen in me as an alumnus. Mr. Abiodun Akobi is also there, you can see him. Mr. Alabi Jacob is also there to see that we have a lot of alumni of the Polytechnic doing well in the industry. Alumni President, you are also welcome. I'm proud to say we are alumni of the Polytechnic Ilaro. Consequently, I wholeheartedly appreciate all members of staff under the auspices of ASUP, SANIP, NASU for always supporting our drive for innovation. We thank you. The Federal Polytechnic Ilaro Students Union leadership and the entire Student Congress, we appreciate you. Your teachability, willingness to partner with us in our development path is uncommon. We appreciate you. The federal government's unwavering commitment to Renew Hope agenda, exemplified by its deliberate and genuine interventions in the education sector, has been instrumental to the remarkable progress recorded in the polytechnic sector. I must respectfully once again thank our dear President, ably represented by a very senior director in the Polytechnic, Dr. Eje Usman, and the team sent by Honorable Minister of Education, because we have benefited a lot from the federal government. Ladies and gentlemen, at the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, every tertiary institution generally, in the last 1 year, we have benefited immensely from the Renew mantra. Specifically, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, is retooling and rejigging polytechnic and other TVET institutions. This is indeed laudable. In our polytechnic, under the leadership of the President and Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we have recorded the following achievements. Construction of School of Agriculture. Construction of Art and Design Printing and Laboratory that's ongoing. New ICT 300-seater facility, laboratory. Satellite television, road intervention, new School of Management Studies, new School of Agriculture. The list is endless. Let me also inform you, we are not doing badly in research. We have unveiled our electric tricycle using CNG, solar panel, and electricity. It's there at my back for the visitor to see. We are looking for partners to produce it in mass. That is in large quantity. There are other inventions. We have all of them. I don't want to waste our time. We have just granted approval for 24 new programs, meaning that we now have 48 programs. Our welfare package to serve is uncommon. Deployment of disruptive technology such as automation of examination setting arrangement using Python code. Our students at the comfort of their home now receive where to sit for their exam and the hall on their set. That is courtesy of innovation. Launching biometric device, we have manufactured a biometric device in this polytechnic, which we use to capture attendance in the classroom, and that was done internally. Internal production of identity card, the list is endless. But because we are a research institution, I must not fail to mention this. We have just secured National Research Fund, totaling 53 million naira. 3 of our staff won it. Not only that, we have also recorded success in IBR. We received 115 million 030,574 for 66 lecturers. Achieved notable ranking is also there. We have also provided sponsorship in publication of Scopus Index journal. The list is endless, like I said. I will not continue to mention them without highlighting the key one. At the National Exhibition on Creativity Innovation in Polytechnic, Monotechnics and Innovation Enterprise Institution at the Public Service Institute of Nigeria, Kubwa, Abuja, only on February 11, 2025, I want to tell you that the Polytechnic came first. Through the most distinguished senator, the chairman, a Senate Committee on Appropriation, Senator Dr. Aremo Lamilekon Solomon, CON, FCA, FCTI, FPPI, neither has contacted us that they want to give us digital learning center, consisting of a lot of facilities such as e-learning, computers, internet connectivity, local area network, smart board, solar power and inverter and a generator, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce to you that a total of 7,190 graduates have been found worthy, both in character, learning for award of our national diplomas and higher national diploma of our great polytechnic by the academic board. For the 2023-2024 graduating class, the total number of male graduates produced from HND program is 1,121, while total number of female graduates produced from the same program is 1,498. Altogether, a total number of 148 students made distinction grade in the HND program. With the best student, Moses Kehinde Salome, a female student of the Department of Office Technology Management, graduating with a 3.9 CGPA. The female, you are doing well. In addition, 2,108 male students successfully graduated from institutions ND program, while a total of 2,397 female students graduated from the same program. Altogether, a total number of 205 students made distinction in the ND program, with the best student, Onyemachi Abigail Izene, a female student of the Department of Science Laboratory Technology, graduating with 3.93 CGPA. My dear wonderful graduates, work hard. Do not commit crime. This is our country full of opportunities. No country is better than your country of birth. We have to support the president to fix this country to make it better. We are on the high table today because we have worked so hard in the past with discipline and decorum, and we are also focused. My beloved brother IGP, Honorable Minister of Aviation, Aerospace Development, Mr. Abiodun Durosimi, CFO Senate Bank, Mr. Alaba Jacob, Tadi Ademola, etc., Rashid Adigun, are where they are today because of hard work. You can make it. You can make it. You will make it. And be better than us, but you must note that you must be diligent because of this antidote. Work is the antidote of poverty. Be diligent, my friend. It is through work hard that you can attain greatness. After all, you must say that iṣẹ́ lògùn ṣẹ́, múra síṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi, iṣẹ́ la fi ń dẹni gíga. I must appreciate the IGP once again, who has also communicated to us that he will be represented here because of another important assignment called upon in Abuja. But the title of the convocation lecture is Renew Hope Agenda, Brain Drain and Japa Syndrome. The way forward, the challenges besetting our nation, so possibly driving Japa frenzy. Notwithstanding, opportunity exists for commercially viable solutions. However, only those prepared and empowered with the type of technical training we are delivering here at our institution can leverage on this opportunity towards becoming sufficient and self-reliant. While we shall continue to play our part as an institution in the quest to get young people to equitably access the vistas of the renewal agenda, parents also have critical role to play in socializing and parenting. Parenting should now be taken into serious attention because your word are living with you. We are lacking in parenting. That is why we have a lot of indiscipline around us. So we are challenging parents to give us good parenting. Dear graduates, I congratulate you once again on your success. Rest assured that the knowledge and skill you have acquired here have fully equipped you to be king in your own country, while also making it seamless for you to be able to compete anywhere you go in the whole world. Prove yourself, because we are giving you the best of education here. Product of Federal Ilaro, like Islamiyat or Jeladi, a distinction graduate of our science laboratory technology, who got direct PhD scholarship into 7 universities in the United States, have already completed his academic work doing research. So that is saying that as you go out into the world, keep your head high. Remember to uphold the values of integrity, diligence, and excellence as you are our greatest asset. I must acknowledge the outstanding contribution of the three nominees who received our highest honor today. That is, Barrister Festus Adeniyi Kenyamu, SAN. Also, Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development. Fellowship is also given to two of our alumni that I have also mentioned today. Let me say, the award to the Honorable Minister is not a tea party. We consider the following factors. These are the factors. Apart from being a son of the soil from Aguloye ruling house, I must inform the audience that he has successfully transformed all international and local airports and returned major international flights such as Emirates, British Air, Delta Air, KLM, Lufthansa, Virgin, among other international air that now fly our space. Mr. Abiodun is an alumnus. We didn't just donate the award to him. That was given to him because he's the chief finance officer of Zenith Bank in Nigeria. Not only that, Pastor Alaba was also chosen because of phenomenal contribution to the development of the Polytechnic. His hand is everywhere. Distinguished guests, esteemed faculty members, proud parents, and graduating students. It goes beyond saying that our granting of fellowship awards to our standing and capable and most outstanding nominee is also tantamount to encourage you to succeed in the future. While celebrating all the awardees, I want you to take note that I have a request to make to the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development. And I will tell you, I will not continue to ask for your support to let us develop this Polytechnic because this is our Jerusalem in Ogun West. Not only that, resources and facilities such as auditorium, hostel, you can see where we are convocating because we do not have 3,000 or 4,000 capacity hall. We need auditorium, we need agricultural implements, we need a lot of things to further drive this Polytechnic. In particular, I must tell you, the Honorable Minister, sir, that we have, here in this Polytechnic, we assemble agricultural drone. The agricultural drone, we normally use it to fumigate hectares of land. It will interest you to note that the Minister, sir, I must inform you that the Polytechnic here is supporting OLAP farm at Kogi. We normally fumigate hectares of land and we train our students on how to fly drones here. Sir, we need your assistance to obtain licenses to fly this drone so that we will not be arrested, sir. Apart from asking for developmental opportunity from you, sir. Sir, we need your assistance to obtain licenses to fly this drone because we are just managing to fly when we go to Nasarawa and all that, sir. Not only that, we also need your support for facility development in the Polytechnic. Also, the IG, sir, ably represented by Commissioner of Police, sir, I want to ask that we have a department called Crime Management. We have just started that department. I will be very happy, sir, and very delighted if the HOD Crime Management is able to have a photograph with you so that it can be hung at that department for accreditation purposes. That is a very small request. And I will be very honored if that is granted. Also, I appreciate members of staff, students, every person in the Laro community, the KBAC that are seated, you are all appreciated. Finally, I want to dearly appreciate my dear wife, my partner, my mascot, CPL AS, Ni Adelu Ogunsoya, of Olaniyan compound in Ofin, Lagos State, Island, and in Ikorodu respectively, and my children, who normally, and all the Agro descendants, I want to appreciate them. Because when I'm flying from one place to the other, it is my wife that takes care of other responsibilities. My dear wife, I want to thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you and God bless you.
I now have the pleasure and the honor to call upon the Governing Council Chairman, Billy Agaba Gashua, to address the convocation. The Chairman, sir.
Your Excellency, the visitor to the Polytechnic, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by the Director of Polytechnics and Allied Institutions in the Federal Ministry of Education, in the person of Dr. A.J. Usman, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun, CON, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of State for Education, Dr. Suwaiba Said Ahmad, Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Mr. Festus Kiamo, SAN, CON, the Executive Secretary, National Board for Technical Education, Professor Idris Mohammed Bugaje, Your Excellencies, distinguished members of the Red and Green Chambers of the National Assembly, the Inspector General of Police, IG Olukayode Egbetekun, PhD, my humble self, honorable members of the Governing Council, the Rector, Dr. Munkail Aremu, Akinde, FCA, FCTI, principal officers of the Polytechnic Ilaro, His Royal Majesty, Alayelua Oba Dr. Kainde Badebo Wole Ogumbele, MFR, Asade Agulaefo, the Olu of Ilaro, and paramount ruler of Yewalan. Other royal fathers here present, Honorable Minister of Education, Ogun State, Professor Abayomi Arikbabu, fellows of the institution, honorary awardees, honorable members of Ogun State House of Assembly here present, lords and spiritual and temporal, rectors and registrars of sister institutions here present, deans of schools, directors of service units, heads of departments, heads of units, the president and executive members of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro National Alumni Association, distinguished invited guests, president of the Student Union of the Polytechnic, speaker and members of the Student Representative Council, graduates, parents and guardians, officers and men of the law enforcement agencies, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, or good morning, sorry. Let me read my address. Distinguished guests, esteemed members of the academic community, respected parents, beloved graduates, and friends of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, Ogun State, Nigeria, it is with immense pride and honor that I stand before you today as the chairman of the Governing Council of this prestigious institution to celebrate the achievements of our graduating students at this historic convocation ceremony. Today is not just a milestone, it is the culmination of hard work, careful planning, forbearance, and the unyielding pursuit of excellence. May I especially thank the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Morufu Olatunji Alausa,
representing the visitor, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, who is ably represented here today by the Director of Polytechnics and Allied Institutions, Dr. A.J. Ahmed Usman and his team. The Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development Agency, Barrister Festus Keyamo, SAN, the Executive Secretary of the National Board for Technical Education, Professor Idris Bugaje, the Executive Secretary of TETFON, Architect Sonny Echono, the Inspector General of Police, Olukaide Adeolu Ekbetekun, PhD, who will be delivering the convocation lecture, members of the council, the management, the academic board, and other dignitaries for taking time out of your tight schedules to grace this epoch-making event. Profound gratitude must be expressed to the Almighty Allah for making this day possible and for navigating us safely through the turbulences of the last 1 year. As I reflect on my time here since August 2024, that I assumed the position of Chairman, Governing Council of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, it has been very easy to figure out the exceptional state of facilities in our institution, be delighted by the quality of manpower, and impressed by the ever teachable and morally conscious students that have consistently demonstrated good conduct in their academic pursuits. To this extent, I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the grand designers of the institution's outstanding legacies. By this, I mean all past and present members of the council, past rectors and their management teams, the current rector and his management team, the academic and administrative staff, upwardly mobile students of the Polytechnic, and all community stakeholders, more especially His Royal Highness, Oba Dr. Kainde Badewale Olubele, MFR, the Olu of Ilaro and paramount ruler of Yewalan, including the other Obas and his traditional chiefs that have contributed immensely to creating the enabled environment for peace, development, and the maintenance of high standards of this institution. Today, we gather to honor 3 exceptional individuals who have made outstanding contributions to their respective fields. I'm delighted to acknowledge the remarkable achievements of Barrister Festus Keyamo, the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, his tireless efforts to deepen democratic ideals, championing good governance, and upholding justice in Nigeria are truly commendable. We are also proud to recognize our great alumni, Mr. Abiodun Turosimi, FCA, Chief Financial Officer, Zenith Bank PLC, and Mr. Alaba Afolabi, SCIA, HND, based in the United Kingdom, for their phenomenal successes in their choosing careers. Their unwavering support to our institution and their embodiment of the values we inculcate in our students make them shining examples of excellence. As we confer our earnest fellowship honor upon these 3 distinguished individuals, we celebrate not only their achievements, but also their commitment to making positive impacts in their different areas of influences. We are grateful for their contributions and look forward to their continued success. Please join me in congratulating these exceptional individuals on this well-deserved recognition. To our 7,190 graduates, today is your day. You have walked the halls of this institution, attended lectures, participated in practicals, surmounted challenges, and emerged stronger, wiser, and ready to take on the world. You carry the hopes and aspirations of your families, your communities, and indeed our nation. Today, we celebrate not just your academic achievements, but also the values of the resilience, discipline, and innovation that you have cultivated during your time here. As you step out of the gates of this polytechnic, do not deem yourselves as mere graduates. You are ambassadors of our great polytechnic. The skills and knowledge you have acquired here are tools to help you build a future, not only for yourselves, but also for the betterment of our society. In a world that is rapidly evolving, where technology and globalization are reshaping industries and professions, the need for skilled, adaptable, and innovative individuals like you has never been greater. I urge you all to embrace lifelong learning, to remain curious, and to continue to seek knowledge that will keep you relevant in your chosen fields. The theme of this year's convocation lecture, Renewed Hope Agenda, Brain Drain, and the Japa Syndrome, the way forward, underscores the importance of how you can leverage your skills and unleash your energies in the embracement of the unfolding vistas of the Renewed Hope Agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, and ultimately become self-sufficient and prosperous. It is a reminder of our collective responsibility to leverage education as a catalyst for development and societal transformation. Education, as you are all aware, is not just a personal asset. It is a communal resource. As you venture into the world, remember to use your education to solve problems, uplift others, and contribute meaningfully to the progress of our nation. Our great country, Nigeria, faces numerous challenges, from unemployment to infrastructural deficits and socioeconomic inequalities. However, challenges you, our graduates, are the solutions to these challenges. Whether as entrepreneurs, professionals, or leaders in various sectors, you have the power to make a difference. I encourage you all to be bold, to dream big, and to strive for excellence in all what you do. To the parents and guardians here, present here today, I salute you. Your sacrifices, encouragement, and unwavering support have made this day possible. You have invested in the future of not just your children, but also in the future of our nation. Today, you share in the pride and joy of their achievements. To the academic board, to the academic and non-teaching staff of the Polytechnic, I commend your dedication and commitment to nurturing the minds of our students. Your efforts often go uncelebrated. But know that your contributions are invaluable. Together, we must continue to build an institution that upholds the highest standards of education, research, and innovation. As we celebrate today, let us also look forward. Our polytechnic is on a journey of continuous growth and transformation. We are committed to advancing infrastructure, expanding academic programs, and fostering partnerships that will enhance the quality of education and the employability of our graduates. I urge all stakeholders to join hands with us in realizing these goals. In conclusion, let me leave you with this thought. Success is not a destination. It is a journey. It is about the impact you make, the lives you touch, and the legacy you leave behind. As you embark on this new chapter, carry the values of integrity, hard work, and service that have been instilled in you. Remember, you are the future of Nigeria, and the world is waiting for your brilliance. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2023/2024. May your journey be filled with success, fulfillment, and boundless opportunities. Thank you, and God bless you all.
I now have the honor and the pleasure to call on the representative of the MBC, the Zonal Director, Dr. Aroge.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander of Chief of Armed Forces of Nigeria, who is the visitor to this great polytechnic, I want to crave your indulgence, sir, to lean and to stand on the already established protocol because of want of time. Thank you. I bring greetings from the Executive Secretary, National Board for Technical Education, Professor Idris M. Bugaji, the man I usually refer to as the Digital Executive Secretary, the man that will not sleep until he talks about skill, the man that will not wake up if he's sleeping until he dreams about skill, the man that is driving skill agenda in all our TVET institutions in Nigeria and beyond. As you are aware, National Board for Technical Education is the principal arm of government responsible for maintaining and setting standards in all our technical and vocational education and training institutions in Nigeria, and that is TVET institution. When I say TVET institution, I mean institution in the category of polytechnic, monotechnic, technical colleges, vocational center, both formal and informal. Great Nigeria students, that's your great standard malnourished. Greatest Nigeria student, and of the greatest Gbagba. Greater, please put your hands together for yourself. The message of Executive Secretary is very simple. It is to congratulate you and to let you know that you are going into a world that is full of skill. And the agenda MBT is driving now is recognition of skill. Don't be surprised that the certificate you are about to earn and be awarded today is just a mere paper. Let somebody say mere paper. It is your hand that will prove what you have learned here. It is your brain that will interpret what you have learned here. And that is why MBT is saying skill and not the degree. So please be ready to face the challenge, because the world we are entering now is the world that will ask you, what do you know? It is not what certificate do you have. So be prepared to enter into that flight. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the management of this great polytechnic. They are doing exceedingly well with all the program that MBT has approved. I can say without missing word that you are in the forefront of TVET in Nigeria. Recently, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister of Education has approved that quality assurance exercises. This is for the purpose of rectors that are here, please. Should be made strict and follow all necessary criteria to ensure quality, to make sure that digital devices are used to reduce human interference. And that is why MBT has been directed by the Ministry of Education that professionals should be engaged to drive this process vigorously in our TVET institution. The executive governor of Ogun State, the executive secretary has asked me to thank you very immensely for your role in TVET in Nigeria. Please, Honorable Commissioner of Education, please deliver this message. It's very, very important. Because from available statistics, Ogun State government has the highest number of TVET institutions in Nigeria. Even if the federal government turned Federal Polytechnic in Laro to a federal university today, we still have about 7 state-owned polytechnics within Ogun State. So this is a message that the executive secretary asked me to convey to the to the executive governor. To the parents, it is my prayer that you will reap the fruit of your labor. I am praying this because I know very well that àwọn ọmọ yìí wọ́n ti gbà yín, wọ́n ti gbà yín, wọ́n ti gbà yín. If you make noise, màá tú àṣírí yín. Now I want to congratulate you very seriously. Iṣẹ́ ọmọ wọ̀nyá jìnnà fún yín jẹ. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ṣòwò àṣedànù. And I want to pray for you, just like the executive secretary has directed me to pray. All the graduates, I pray for you as you go out, go and excel. Go and succeed. Go and lift the world higher, even now and forever.
I now have the honor and pleasure to call on the Executive Governor of Ogun State, ably represented here by the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Ogun State, Professor Abayomi Arigbabu, to deliver his address. The governor, sir.
Well, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Before resting on the protocols, I want to also recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Mr. Festus Keyamo. Let me recognize also, though represented by the Commissioner of Police, Ogun State, Mr. Larry Ogunowo. I recognize especially Dr. Kayode Egbetokun, the IGP. I use referred father, His Royal Majesty Oba Kehinde Olugbenle, the Olu of Ilaro and Paramount ruler of Yewa land, as a point of reference to all our Kabiyesi. I want to request that I be allowed to rest on the existing protocols as established by the protocol officer. It is with, well, let me also say before I read the governor's speech that his absence at this convocation is actually as a result of other very, very important state matters which made him not to be here physically, but he sends his greetings. So I will go ahead to read his speech. It is with immense joy and gratitude that I stand before you today to celebrate the significant milestone in the history of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro. For 45 years, this institution has stood as a beacon of technical and vocational excellence, producing graduates who have contributed immensely to the economic and industrial development of our nation. Education is the bedrock of any progressive society, and technical education plays a crucial role driving industrialization, innovation, and self-reliance. Federal Polytechnic Ilaro has continued to blaze the trail in producing graduates equipped with both theoretical knowledge and practical skill. Your commitment to hands-on learning is evident in the numerous innovations coming out of this institution. It is in this light that I commend the rector and his team for this remarkable efforts in advocating for the inclusion of degree programs in polytechnics. The HND-BSc dichotomy has created an unnecessary divide in our educational system, and we must work together at the state and federal levels to push the reforms that will elevate polytechnic education and ensure that graduates receive the recognition they deserve. We recognize the economic challenges facing our nation today: rising inflation, job uncertainties, and the exodus of skilled professionals, commonly referred to as the Japa syndrome. This poses a great, what this one poses to our workforce, a great threat to our workforce. However, as a government, we remain committed to creating an enabling environment for our youth to thrive. The Ogun State government will continue to invest in education, infrastructure, and industrial development, particularly the TVS sector, and I'm happy that the representative of the Executive Secretary of MPT actually attested to that. Today, we have totally remodeled all our technical colleges, and we are investing a lot in our polytechnics in Ogun State, in Nigeria. We have one of the highest number of polytechnics, as mentioned by the representative of the Executive Secretary, 7, and we are still counting. We must also harness the talent and creativity of our youth to build a self-sustaining economy. Today, we celebrate individuals whose outstanding contributions to the society have earned them honorary fellowships. I'm referring to our honorees today. Honorary fellowships of this prestigious institution. The presence of our esteemed honorees, including the Honorable Minister of Aviation, Mr. Festus Keyamo, SAN, is a testament to the Polytechnic standing as a center of excellence. And I join the director in appreciating the Honorable Minister of Aviation. Just go around our airports today, and even what is happening in that particular space, you'll be very proud to be a Nigerian. We thank you very much for making us proud, Honorable Minister. To the graduating students today, today marks the beginning of a new journey. You have been equipped with knowledge, skills, and resilience needed to navigate the future. Whether you chose entrepreneurship, industry, or further studies, always remember that success is built on discipline, continuous learning, and integrity. And I'm sure you have been well baked while you were at Federal Polytechnic Ilaro. Nigeria needs you. Ogun State needs you. The world is waiting for the impact that only you can make. Believe in yourself and let the values instilled in you here at the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro guide your path. In concluding this speech, as we celebrate today, let us not forget the collective responsibility we bear in shaping the future of education and technological advancement in Nigeria. I assure you of my administration's continued support in ensuring that institutions like this thrive, and that Ogun State remains the hub of educational excellence in Nigeria. As we know, we are the home to the largest number of tertiary institutions in Nigeria. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, congratulate the management of the Polytechnic for the relentless efforts and what they have been doing to make this institution a great institution amongst its peers. And I use this opportunity to congratulate the graduating class of this year, and also wish them a very wonderful opportunity in life. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, sir. I now have the honor and the pleasure to invite the convocation lecturer to deliver his convocation lecture. The convocation lecturer.
Your Excellencies, the Chairman of the Governing Council, my Lord, spiritual and temporal, distinguished personalities here present, I will stand on the extant protocols as earlier lead. As an orator, the task most times is simply to render the profile of a distinguished person, to lay bare with enthusiasm and lead the life of a proving Judah. However, at this auspicious occasion, I, and indeed the whole of the oratory team, are in a quandary. How do you give instruction to stand and remain standing to someone who can send you to a dark, cold, solitary, and unpalatable place if you commit any infraction? I cannot but bow, shake, shiver, and tremble at the powers wielded by the enigmatic, vast, deep, and versatile convocation lecturer, the guest speaker of today. I take solace in the fact that the learned Silk, the Honorable Minister, a proven, successful legal practitioner, will take up my case pro bono if I commit any infraction. Incidentally, he should take my case because he is also a fellow 93 set of the Nigerian Law School. Therefore, in a low voice, very low voice, infused with great sobriety, I humbly and deservingly, respectfully ask that the convocation lecture, as ably represented, stand while I render his salutation. Thank you, sir. It is with profound honor and great privilege that I present to you today a distinguished Nigerian, an erudite scholar, a visionary leader, an exemplary law enforcement officer, and a beacon of integrity and professionalism in our national security architecture. A man whose remarkable career and contributions to peace and security have left an indelible mark on the Nigerian landscape, never to wane in the annals of history. Born on the 4th of September 1964, in the idyllic settings of the Yewa South local government area of Ogun State, he is an embodiment of intellectual excellence, strategic leadership, and unwavering commitment to national service. An avowed Argonaut, one who undertakes seemingly dangerous tasks with gusto. His academic journey is as inspiring as his professional career, an attestation of a mind focused on successful endeavors, mellifluously traversing the existential sphere. A scholar of great repute, he holds a Doctor of Philosophy in Peace and Security Studies from Al-Hikmah University, Ilorin, Nigeria. His passion for learning and intellectual advancement is further demonstrated by his impressive academic credentials, which include, but are not limited to, the master's degree in engineering analysis from the University of Lagos, a master's degree in business administration from the University of Lagos, a Bachelor of Science honors degree in mathematics education from the University of Lagos, certificate in electronic data processing and computer programming, University of Lagos, postgraduate diploma in petroleum economics, Delta State University. Beyond this impressive qualification, he has undergone extensive professional training both locally and internationally, which have equipped him with the expertise and global exposure necessary for modern policing and security operations. Some of these specialized courses include the citizenship and leadership training, the police mobile force training, the strategic leadership and command course, the close protection course, the police mobile force commanders combat operation course, conflict analysis and peace process course, the peace and conflict management course, and the Global Conference on Chemical Security and Emerging Threats. His career in law enforcement is one of resilience, dedication, and excellence. His journey in the Nigerian police began on March 3, 1990, when he was commissioned as a cadet assistant superintendent of police at the Nigerian Police Academy. Since then, he has served in various operational, investigative, and administrative capacities across the nation, demonstrating a high level of professionalism and a deep understanding of Nigeria's security landscape. His career progression in the police saw him serve in Plateau, Lagos, Edo, Osun, Zamfara, Kwara, Abuja, and several other states, holding critical positions such as the Chief Security Officer to the Lagos State Governor, the Commander, Lagos State Rapid Response Corps, the Commander, Police Mobile Force 5, the Officer in Charge, Anti-Fraud Section, FCT Police Command, the Commandant of the Police Training School in Ikeja, the Commissioner of Police, Kwara State Police Command, the AIG, Zone 7, Headquarters Abuja, the DEIG, Deputy Inspector General of Police, Force Criminal Investigation Department Abuja. His meritorious service and outstanding leadership culminating in the appointment as the Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in June 2023, a position he continues to hold with diligence, bringing innovative reforms and strategic interventions to enhance policing in Nigeria. His reformative agenda prioritizes community policing, intelligence-led security strategies, digital policing, human rights protection, and interagency collaboration to strengthen the Nigerian national security. He is the deserving recipient of numerous awards and honors for his outstanding contributions to law enforcement, security management, including but not limited to the Nigerian Police Medal, which is the highest honor reserved exclusively for an Inspector General of Police, the Fellow Society for Peace Studies and Practice, the Member International Association of Chiefs of Police, A man with a suave mien. He is self-motivated, having absolutely no regards for meaningless platitudes or being in above, nor absorbs vainglorious praising, swimmingly navigating the vicissitudes of life. It is therefore with the greatest of immeasurable delight that I invite and call upon you at this point to engage in that rousing and befitting applause as we expectantly await a robust and stimulating lecture for our convocation lecture. Distinguished son of the soil, the Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the pride of all, IG Kayode Adeolu Egbeto.
Excellencies, Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development of Nigeria, Mr. Festus Keyamo, SAN, CON, Royal Highnesses, Director of Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, staff of Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, parents and graduating students, distinguished guests, good afternoon. My name is Lanre Oglowo, Commissioner of Police, Ogun State Command, and I'm standing in for the Inspector General of Police, who made strenuous effort to be here this morning, as the Director mentioned earlier. He was actually in Lagos and was on his way to Ilaro when he was called from Abuja for urgent national security meeting, and that we so deliver his paper to the audience. The title of the paper is Renewed Hope Agenda, Brain Drain and Japa Syndrome, The Way Forward. Brain drain, a phenomenon characterized by the mass emigration of highly skilled professionals from their home countries to foreign nations, has been a persistent challenge for Nigeria. Over the decades, the country has witnessed a continuous outflow of its brightest minds, particularly in sectors such as healthcare, education, and information technology. More recently, this trend has evolved into what is popularly known as Japa Syndrome, a colloquial term derived from the Yoruba word Japa, meaning to flee or escape. This time encapsulates the urgency and desperation with which many Nigerians seek better opportunities abroad due to economic instability, unemployment, and insecurity. The historical roots of brain drain in Nigeria date back to the 80s, following a series of economic downturns and political instabilities that made working conditions in the country increasingly unfavorable. However, current wave of Japa syndrome is distinct in its entirety and demographic composition. Unlike previous migration waves that primarily involved professionals in the medical and academic sectors, the contemporary trends span across all sectors, including skilled artisans, IT experts, and even students seeking education abroad with no intention of returning. This development has raised concern about the sustainability of Nigeria's human capital and economic future. The renewed hope agenda introduced by the current administration aims to address the root causes of brain drain and provide a framework for national revitalization. This policy initiative seeks to improve job creation, economic
stability, and security, with the ultimate goal of making Nigeria an attractive place for its citizens to thrive. While the agenda is ambitious, its effectiveness depends on strategic implementation and collaboration with various stakeholders, including the private sector and Nigerian diaspora. One of the major drivers of Japa syndrome is lack of professional fulfillment and economic security in Nigeria. Many young and educated Nigerians find themselves trapped in a cycle of underemployment with wages that do not match the rising cost of living. In addition, inadequate health care, poor educational infrastructure, and increasing social unrest further push professionals to seek a better quality of life abroad. Consequently, the departure of highly skilled individuals leaves the country with a weakened workforce and a significant gap in essential services. Addressing brain drain and Japa syndrome requires strategies that goes beyond temporary incentives or policy statements. It demands a sustainable strategy that focuses on improving governance, economic opportunities, and social infrastructure. By examining the historical context, current trends, and potential policy solutions, this paper aims to provide insight into how Nigeria can curb the mass exodus of talent and transform brain drain into brain gain. Brain drain in Nigeria is primarily fueled by a combination of economic and social factors that create unfavorable conditions for skilled professionals, compelling them to seek better opportunities abroad. These drivers can be categorized into economic challenges such as unemployment, poor wages, inflation, and economic instability, as well as social issues including insecurity, poor infrastructure, and lack of professional fulfillment. Understanding these push factors is crucial for formulating effective policies to mitigate brain drain and retain talent. Of course, these factors include unemployment and underemployment, poor wages and working conditions, like we said, economic instability and inflation, insecurity and lack of social infrastructure. The economic and social drivers of brain drain in Nigeria create a complex and challenging environment that encourages skilled professionals to seek opportunities abroad. Addressing these issues requires comprehensive policies that focus on job creation, wage improvement,